also, do a little talking behind the scene before we come on to rejoin you. And like I said, thanks for being there and you listening to the Bumper Show. We now have our final guest on the program. He is Grand Bassa County District Number 4 Representative Alfred Flomo. He's also the House co-chair on agriculture. He's our guest on this final segment of the program. Welcome to ELBC. Welcome to the Bumper Show, Honorable Flomo.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here once again because I was here some 7 years ago. So I'm glad
7 years
to be
ago.
here.
It's been a very long time.
Yeah, very, very long time. I see new equipment. I see everything here new. So I want to tell the LBS family, thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks for the commendation as well.
Oh.
And you are welcome. So how has it been? How is it, how is it in your new role, Representative District Number 4, Grand Bassa County? In fact, first of all, let me say congratulations, first of all.
Thank you. I appreciate you very much for congratulating me. My new role as the direct representative of the people of ED4 Grand Bassa County, I'm proud to be elected as their representative, and I'm doing my best to work with our people, to work with this country so our country can move forward. So my new role as their representative is to work sufficiently for the people of Liberia, the people of my district, they also included, and to move our country forward.
Thank you so much for that. But you are one of the representatives that hit the ground running immediately. You have been, putting some interesting issues on the floor for discussion, interesting issues for our country. But I want us first of all to start with this issue of outsourcing rights that you mentioned, you've put on the floor to discuss with your friends. What is it? What is this outsourcing rights and why you brought up this discussion? What do you intend to achieve with it?
I placed that on the floor because a lot of our citizens in this country have been denied the opportunity of employment. When some of us were kids, you work 3 months probation as a casual worker. After 3 months, you are employed.
Okay.
But the outsourcing right that is given to company, that means to take, let me break it down, to take the company responsibility of employing our citizens and giving it to contractor firm to do most of their works. And that right is placed within the labor law. I am saying it's wrong. If that right is given to company in Liberia, they will deny our people of employment opportunity. If you look at most of the company in Liberia now, they are giving most of their work, their job load to contractor firm to do it. And some of these companies are paying our people less than $5 because the people work for the contractor firm that they hire. They are not working directly with the company.
Okay.
So if you look at the Liberian Agriculture Company, because of that, the Liberian Agriculture Company has almost about 26 contractor heads. And the contractor here, some of them have over 50 workers, 45 workers, and a lot of Liberians working with these contractors firm. And because of that, the people don't get employed. And when they are not employed, you deny them of housing, you deny them of medical, you deny them of education for their children, and even retirement benefits. If you look at LAC has almost 26 contractor heads, the Liberian Agriculture Company. Let's look at Firestone. Firestone has also almost 80% of our employment, of our responsibility, our workload to contractor firm. Let's look at the China Union. China Union have 4,000 employees, 15,000 contractors. Let's look at Medestee. Medestee have 2,000 employees, a little over 5,000 contractors. So you see the direction our country is going. I am saying it's wrong. Of course, it's good to outsource, but it should be defined clearly which job to outsource. You can't give a contract to somebody for 6 years, 5 years, then you say it's outsourcing. And that is
it should be on short term.
Short term, that is deny our citizen of employment. Okay. And when you deny the citizen of employment, you deny them housing benefit, you deny them medical benefit, You deny them education benefit for their children. You also deny them retirement benefit in the future. So I'm saying we need to look at that and define which job need to be outsourced and which one need for our people to be employed to get that employment opportunity.
So meaning that you are calling for an amendment to certain law
Exactly,
that's
sir.
already in existence.
Exactly,
And how
sir.
has your, some of your colleagues there, how are they looking at this?
It was sent to committee room, and you know how it works. When issues are sent to committee room, it takes some time, but I think it's been there over a month. So I'm going to discharge and petition. I'm going to bring it back when we return from our break. That we look at that and let the Ministry of Labor come directly and be an answer to that.
Okay.
Because if we don't do that, we will not correct the ill treatment of our people by these concession companies that operate in Liberia. Our people need employment. They can be contractors throughout. You can have 8,000 workers within your company and only 2,000 employed. 6,000 are contractors. You had 9,000. You have almost 19,000. You have 4,000 employed. Then you have less than 9,000. You have 15,000 contractors. So where are we going? Where are we going? We're damaging this country. We need to change that as lawmaker and move our country forward. That's the reason I placed that on the floor, that we should invite the Minister of Labor and let us look at it carefully. We job to outsource, and we job that our people need to be employed so they can benefit housing, they can benefit education for their children, they can benefit retirement, they can have a better retirement benefit when they are old.
Okay.
You turn 60, because the retirement age of Liberia is 60 years. After 60 years, when you are retired, you have nothing in your saving. You will not have food on your table. And I am saying, if we are to allow outsourcing, we should also increase the payment
For the contractors.
for the workers. Because if we are outsourcing, we allow outsourcing to this company, and the people are denied retirement benefit, they should make more than $10, because that money will be used to educate our children, to build houses, and maintain themselves after they are retired.
And like you said, it's currently in committee room, and you will ensure that that is brought back on the floor for serious discussion. But I'm wondering, initially when you presented it before it went to committee room, what did you hear from some of your colleagues? Or Flomo, that's a good bill. Did you hear something like that from them?
Almost 99% of my colleagues, they supported the idea.
Okay.
It was saying it just struck me in committee room, because most of our bills were put forth. They have to send it to committee room for the committee to discuss it.
What committee is looking at it currently?
They send it to labor. It's a labor matter.
Sure.
They send it to labor, and our labor has not done anything. So we are trying to bring it back, discharge that in petition, so that at least we can bring it back on the floor, because it's over a month or two now, so that we can discuss that.
Okay. All right. So hopefully that can come back on the floor as soon as possible, because like you said, it's in the interest of workers of the country. But you are the co-chair on agriculture at the House of Representatives. And another thing that you've brought up for discussion has to do with the revitalization of the agriculture bank. Where are we with that one also?
It also in committee room.
Committee room as well.
I'm the co-chair on agriculture. It was sent in the committee room, the agriculture, banking and finance, and it been there for almost 2 months. It has not come out of committee room, so I'm also going to bring it back on the floor for discussion. Let me tell you, Liberia need to learn.
Okay.
We need to learn from Ghana and from Ivory Coast. Ghana has changed their economy to that of agroeconomy. We need to make those who are involved in agriculture to a middle class. Then our country will move forward. Look at this country. Liberia depends on the extracting resources. The iron ore diminish one day, it will finish. The logs will also finish, because we are not replanting. The gold and diamond will finish one day. So our economy, when those extracting resources are out, our economy may collapse. So I am saying we need to revitalize the agriculture bank because the Tower era, the Doe era, we have the agriculture bank and it was closed during the war because it was looted. So I'm saying we need to revamp it, house the agriculture bank, so farmers can work directly with the bank. And the bank can work with the Ministry of Agriculture, and then they can support the small growers in this country.
So there are others who listening just don't know what this agriculture bank was. This bank that you want revitalize today. They just don't know how it used to operate, and based on your own thoughts, when it is revitalized, how will it operate?
It will operate in the sense that it will support farmers.
Okay.
Let me tell you, if you look at most of the banking system in Liberia, these private banks, they only support short-term loan payment. If you borrow money from there, they want to pay in 2 months' time. They want for you to start paying in 1 month, 2 months' time. But the agriculture bank is a long-term investment. So those agriculture companies like Firestone, other companies that are involved in agriculture will directly deal with the bank. And the bank will work with the Ministry of Agriculture to identify farmers. And the Ministry of Agriculture will have agents or field supervisors in all of the 73 districts in Liberia. And they will have to enumerate farmers. They have to know which crops these farmers are involved in. And when they are identified, the bank will work directly with those farmers. And let me tell you, most of those that were involved in the agriculture projects like before, the BCA, DP, the Bon County, the Cooperative Development Authority, the NIMA, the LOFA, all of them used to deal with the banking system of Liberia, the agriculture bank. So you don't have to be struggling with other banking system in Liberia when there's an agriculture bank that deal with agriculture products, LPMC. And people will say Liberia don't have money to open a bank, but Liberia invests a lot of money in Afriland Bank. I can remember the government placed $10 million for rural farmers. And we have other NGOs, the Retry and other NGOs that come, or organization, World Bank organization that come to help the agriculture sector. They have to work with other private banks. So, but if we have the agriculture bank, the bank will work with the Ministry of Agriculture, and then we will start to develop the agriculture sector. And when we develop the agriculture sector, we could convert the economy to that of agro-economy, and our economy will boom. And most of our citizens that are involved in agriculture will become a middle class, and Liberia will start to move forward. But look, a lot of farmers in this country are struggling.
Yeah.
They are struggling. They are using...
They complain about access to finance.
If you are not a money man to go to the bank and show assets and other things, you understand, you don't get a loan. So how will the lower farmer or the small growers grow? They won't grow because no finance to push them. Other people want to invest in oil palm. They want to invest in rubber cultivation. They want to get in fishery, fish pond. They want to get in pig pen, build a pig pen, piggery and other things. But they need finance. They need money. And if we don't have that bank established, my brother, I can tell you, where do the farmer go? If they go to any bank right now, they will tell them you have to give a collateral. I know the agriculture bank will also, but the agriculture bank will be directly involved with the Ministry of Agriculture and work directly with farmers.
Sir, have you already, even though yes, it's in committee room, your colleagues there at the House of Representatives already, they are already aware of this, but have you engaged the Ministry of Agriculture? As a matter of fact, agriculture is the first component of the President's arrest agenda. Have you engaged the Ministry of Agriculture on this one?
I met the Minister of Agriculture, and I think he meant well for the agriculture sector.
Okay.
I spoke with him. I went to his office, and he talked about the same banking system, the agriculture bank. If we have it, will be better for Liberia.
Okay.
So I think the minister, I think he thinking the same way I'm thinking. I spoke with him, but the legislators need to work along with the government to make sure that we pass this and move on. With the government, once it passed, the government will lobby for money. We can look for our partners. We can ask other international community to support the agriculture sector in this country. Look at Liberia food rice. Liberia staple food is rice.
Sure.
We don't have food security in this country. Every time we're depending on shipping rice in Liberia, where sometimes we subsidize the price of rice $3 per bag. If you calculate that, that is so many millions of dollars. We are not calculating to produce rice on a market scale. We are not taking that direction.
Okay.
And when we start to think that direction, we move. Let's say we start with 500 hectares of land, doing the clearing and de-storming, plow the soil, and the place rice this year. Next year we move in the same way, harvest another 500. In 6 years' time, just multiply by that. You will see the lot of hectares that we will plow. And the only thing we have to do is to keep building the fertility of the soil and keep planting. That's why the people in Ukraine, other countries, Ukraine been fighting a lot of war, but no hunger there. With all the war they're fighting because they have food security. But Liberia does not have food security. And our leadership that have come in this country, they don't concentrate in the agriculture sector. Thank God to Omer, the president of Liberia, because he been managing director of LPMC. He been a minister of agriculture. So I think he have broad knowledge in the agriculture sector. I was with him the last time we discussed, and I was telling him we have to encourage the agriculture sector. Of course, a little cent was placed into the budget. And, that is not even sufficient.
And there where we we will go next. But conclude your
that was not
discussion.
even sufficient. But I think we depend on organizations, donors like the World Bank, like other developing bank, African Development Bank, other bank that are willing to support the agriculture sector, like the RETRA projects.
Yeah, sure.
The RETRA project is supporting the rubber sector, palm, and other things. And other people have gotten over 200,000. I myself, I had a rubber plantation, which is about almost 125,000 rubber. And also I applied, but it's a process of transition. A lot of farmers benefited, and they are still benefiting from the RETRA project and other projects, other organizations that have come to help the agriculture sector. Maybe it's because of that the budget of agriculture was not huge. But we're hoping as the economic build up, the sector will move. And the wrong thing we are doing in this country is we are building, the government is becoming so larger. Do you understand? And every cent that we collect as taxes go on salary. The Liberian government need to invest in the private sector. If we develop the private sector, most of our citizens will be employed by the private sector.
Of course.
And then we can have a smaller government, you understand, that will be efficient to carry on development in this country. I can tell you, look at the Turbo era. We have one superintendent running a county. But the 73 districts have 73 superintendents. You understand? Plus the 16 superintendent. You see, we have built the county up, the country up, and building additional 73 superintendents to join the county superintendent, a district superintendent join the county superintendent. Then we have the commissioners. We have one commissioner running the district. But now some of those districts have 3 commissioners, as well as those that have 3 administrative districts. We have one magistrate running the magisterial court. We have 3 magistrates running the magisterial courts. So where are we going? We're making the government larger every time. And we are not concentrating on developing the private sector. When we come to develop the private sector, I can tell you, we had a smaller government, and our taxes we will collect, majority will go on developing Liberia, building good roads, building infrastructure, and other things.
And I want you to go back to the issue of this budget that you just mentioned. I've not really, browsed the budget since it was finally passed. But how much, even though you refer to it as little, but how much is in there for agriculture?
I can't read it because I just came from burying my little brother, but I think it's a little bit, maybe over $1 million. That's why I heard from other people, which is far little. Far little. Even $10 million in this country for agriculture is very small.
Okay,
A very, very small.
and there is this protocol also that calls for a certain amount of a country budget to go to agriculture.
Mm.
Is it something around 14% or so? I might be wrong on that. I don't want to go in the stats, but yeah, there is a certain amount of money that's supposed to be going into the budget for agriculture. But you spoke so much about the private sector,
Mm.
right? The private sector being engaged. I'm sure if it is going to the agriculture side, of course, that would be something better too. The government is planning to invest so much into agriculture and planning to cultivate huge amount of land for lowland rice and cassava and all of that. From your own understanding, from your own thoughts, how can this happen and how can it be successful?
According to the statistics I saw and read,
Okay.
the total budget, just 1% went to agriculture. 1% of the budget.
Wow.
1%. So I am saying that is small, but perhaps our income capacity is also low. You understand? We cannot depend on donor all the time. We ourselves need to invest hugely in the agriculture sector, plus the donor investment, the agriculture sector will boom. But if we just send it 1% of the entire budget, to agriculture, we mean nothing for this country. We need to move forward. If we are to move our country to that of agroeconomic, we need to invest heavily in the agriculture sector. If you look at most of the farms in Liberia, all of them, most of those farms are depreciating because no finances to support the farmers.
Okay.
You understand? We hope by next year, the president will increase that budget to a huge amount that will support our small growers in this country.
Mm. Okay, I just got it correctly, and it's the Comprehensive African Agriculture Development Program,
Mhm.
and African Union member states committed to a minimum
Mhm.
of 10% of their government expenditure toward
Mhm.
agriculture, and hopefully Liberia can reach that, even though we are nowhere yet, but hopefully we can reach that. And let me just remind our listeners that. They are listening to the bumper show here on ELBC Radio. We are in the final half of the program, and we have as guest the uh, representative of District Number 4, Grand Bassa County, Alfred Flomo. He's also the co-chair on agriculture at the House of Representatives. He's our guest here on the program this evening. So you want to interact with your representative, you can call us on 0777 835 862 and 0800594. That's 080514096, 080514096, 0777 835 862. I want us to delve into your district a little bit. You've talked so much about the agriculture sector and what you've already put on the floor, for so let me just take this caller. Probably this caller wants to go into the issue of this, what we discussed initially. Hello?
Good evening, sir.
Yes, welcome.
Thank you. This is Philip Johnson. Are you from Johnsonville?
Okay, Philip.
I want to say thanks for the program. I want to say thanks for your studio guest.
Okay.
My attention is strongly drawn to his thesis talking about labor in this country.
All right.
Okay, but I speak from the background of a classroom teacher. I want him to also look at the issue of classroom teacher. There are some schools that have school system in this country, so they are giving contract to teachers like me. I was in the secondary school. They kept me for 14 years, and after 14 years, they dropped me. When I went to talk, they say you been on contract, and so they just drop us like that. We thought they say you've been on contract. The school is run by a church. It's a church school. And I'm not the only one. There are several other persons who have been affected by these kind of things.
Okay. All right. So this is why the representative said that he's pushing for this to come to an end, but probably he will respond to that. Thank you for calling. Let's hear from another person. Hello.
Yeah. Good evening. How you doing?
Welcome.
Yes, this is Reverend Larry Niswa. I'm calling from Spino County.
Okay, Reverend, let's hear from you quickly.
Okay, Okay, I just want to appreciate the lawmaker who instilled you. You know, this government, Ambassador Joseph Mabwaka, who is the president, there are two things he needs to fight to achieve. Then the dream he had to rescue Liberia will come to pass.
Okay.
Number one has to do with road. Number two is agriculture. Because when you look at we as Liberians, the first thing our rice business is the first thing in our life when it comes to our food. And so if you fight to grow any rice in Liberia, to produce rice in Liberia, meaning the citizen will have peace in mind. They will not be thinking about where to get rice, when the rice price is higher, this one, that. It will not happen. So I want to appreciate the lawmaker who also see the need that yes, indeed, this government should focus on agriculture. And so the budget, the money they are putting to the agriculture, on the budget, I think the next time they will increase that money, let Liberia start producing rice over here.
Okay.
Then you will see that this country will be developed.
Okay. Thank you. Let's take this last caller before we go back to Honorable Flomo. Hello.
Hello, this is Mr. Elbc standing calling you from Bonasmo.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you very much. I must commend your studio guys. You know, I really admire and enjoy his presence. All that he stated, you know, is in the interest of Liberia.
Okay.
The most interesting one is this labor law. You know, my brother, go to Semenco. Semenco, if you check how many employees there, you will not get 15. When the raw material comes, instead of giving the contract to Liberian, they give it to Ghanaian. Go to Semenco, you will feel sorry for Liberian. You don't have to go far, go Semenco. So I'm very happy. And agriculture, as our president stated, he will see into it that Liberia will be like Ghana and Sierra Leone, Ivory Coast.
Okay.
Because I was in Liberia here when Jerry Rowland took over Ghana. Ghanaians suffer, but at last today, everybody running Ghana.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Let's take this person now. Hello.
Good evening.
Welcome.
Thank you. Let me say good evening to the Honorable District. This is Sonny B. Yakes. I joined you this evening from Birmingham, Joint District. I listened to the Honorable. But you know, we will bring the company and sometimes we'll not bring the company. Let's say, for example, most of the companies that they come in the country, they are being spearheaded by black managers. We will have our own Liberian brothers and sisters who serve as a zone between the company and the black people. We sit in our company and allow those guys to take risks. They are Liberians, they are fellow Liberians, they have meaning. For example, Western brother, Dear Martin, we have our own Liberian brothers who are the HR sitting to the broad position. Enough foreigners sitting at our own Liberians. No foreigner there. Our own Liberians sitting there determine the fate of the Africa and fellow Liberians in the country.
Okay. All right. So hopefully his intervention will try to address all of these issues. Honorable Flomo, most of the people are merely basing on this your labor issue that you spoke about earlier than even the agriculture side, even though few mentioned that. But I want us to go to your district. Like I said, you cannot come here without us asking you few questions about your district. Gabriel Smith was there. Baron Brown was there also. Vincent Willie recently, and now the people have decided, okay, we want Honorable Flomo to run this place. Give us a description of that place. Not many people know when you talk about district number 4, Grand-Bassa County. Just give us a description of your district.
It's district number 3, Grand-Bassa County, electorate district 4.
Okay.
Uh, uh, Electoral District 4 has a boundary with Bond County and Nima County.
Okay.
Bond County, across the St. John, is Bond County.
Okay.
To the Zanzibar Belt, we are also connected from the Zanzibar Belt uh, in Grand Bassam. So my district is connected with Bond County, Nima County, and even Riverses.
Okay. All right.
So 3 counties. Um, uh, my district is where we have the second largest rubber plantation, the Liberian Agriculture Company, LAC.
Okay.
Uh, my district is where the train start from Bond County enter, you know, into Grand Bassam. So we also had a city, compound Wilson City.
Okay.
But I've been working in that district. I was born there. I was born in Lag Plantation.
Mm.
My parents worked for a lag plantation. I even helped to clean up, to collect litters. I told pick a stick on my shoulder. I ate rubber disease, and so on. So I lived like a tapper,
Okay.
tapper child. The same way I told wood on my head just to go to school because my parents was also a tapper. So I was born in Lac. I grew in Lac, went to school there. And I've been living in my district. It's only the war that took me out of the district. Even when I was in school, every vacation I have to go. My mother is presently living there. I had a farm there, a plantation. I had 125 tags of rubber, and each tag of rubber is 500 trees.
Okay.
So my mother is there. I developed it on my own. And I want to develop it more to provide a lot of jobs opportunity for others.
Okay.
People are there working presently. My dream for my district is better road connectivity.
Yeah, because I was just about to ask you how you manage. What did you tell the people for which they elected you?
I've been working there. It's not only what I tell them or what I told them.
Okay.
I have worked over 25 years in the district, did a lot of road network.
Okay.
I built a road on my own. In fact, I built a road from Swadenwing to Greyston, where people used to walk almost an hour plus to a load on their head. I even helped the citizens to build their own feeder roads, supported them with food and cash. I built a school, there before. I did a lot of work and had a plantation that is even providing job for some of the citizens. I even helped to grade their road as we speak. From the Liberian agriculture, the concessional area to have a compound tree. It was no go area. I just talked to management and they have graded our road to compound tree. They are building the streets as we speak. They're laying all the streets in the city.
Okay.
And I even talked to the company. They have built a bridge right in the city because we placed a cover there before and the cover got damaged. So right now, the people are benefiting a mini bridge that was built by the company because that's our partner in progress. And I'm even turning with, we were doing more, we just get into power. I met the public work minister and asking whether my road, the Basel Gill road that connects from Buchanan to that of Bond County, Nima County, I met him and I asked him whether my road was captured. And he told me it was not in the budget because they had a bridge there that is very challenging to the government, the St. John Bridge and the Blessing Bridge. But he told me to write an official letter. So tomorrow I'll be preparing the official letter to him. So we have done well in the district, and as lawmakers now, we're doing more because my intention is to make sure that the livelihood of our people change. We should support the agriculture sector. In fact, I'm lobbying with the GBU University, Grand Bassam University, to carry the annex in my district because I have the second largest rubber plantation in my district. And we have 3 senior high schools. Our children graduated from there, but it's not come Buchanan, Moreover, to struggle to go to school. So I'm lobbying with GBU to carry the annex, the agriculture and business college. Okay. Even if we can start with the AA program, that's something starts. Maybe within the 6 years' time, we can lobby to build something, something. So I'm lobbying with the company also to allow us to use some of their facilities that the school they have. Maybe we can start Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You understand?
At the university level now.
The university level, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You understand? And we are still talking to them. The manager is not here, so I'm awaiting the manager. The university representative went there and met the management, but that time the general manager was not here. They were embraced by management, and I know it's also in management interest because the institution there, the plantation is agriculture plantation, and if we have the agriculture college there, the children that will be doing agriculture will study rubber cultivation.
Okay.
They will know about rubber. So once they graduate from that college, they don't have to come and work for 1 year to learn about rubber. They will also be okra with the industry, and management will be happy to employ them.
Okay.
So we want to start on the AA basis. I think what I'm saying,
Sure.
because we have some qualified workers on the plantation that are willing to also teach, master degree holder, BSc holder. You understand? They are willing to teach. So we have the opportunity. So if management refuses, we'll also be talking with the Ministry of Agriculture to use the agriculture center, because that agriculture center been there for almost 8 years and nothing has been done.
Okay.
They just built a structure. I don't know whether they had a program or why they built it, what impact is doing the lives of the people. So the structure is there. If they are not using it, I would tell the agriculture ministry, hey, let us start our school here, our college here, gradually. Then we can find our own place in the near future. So I'm thinking to do better for my citizens. So,
and I'm sure they are looking up to you, to do the best for them. But what are some of those issues that you think need to be addressed immediately that could not hinder your own plans for citizens of District 4?
I'm telling you, the district, the people are looking at road connectivity.
Okay.
Because all of our roads, LAC spend 165 to 170,000 to maintain 35 miles from her own concession area to that of the canal.
Okay.
And we have another 45 miles from LAC Junction to the boundary of Bone. And that's the Basel Gear Road. You go there right now, the road is terrible.
Okay.
Terrible. There's no go zone. That's the reason I went to meet the public works minister. Because that road is one of the renowned road in Liberia. That's the Basel Gear Road. It connects 3 counties. Even you can use that road, you go to Guinea. You can use that road, you go to Africa Coast. You use the same road to go to Grand Gine. You use that road to go to Maryland because it connects. You understand? If you drive from Buchanan, you pass through my district, you go into Bon County from Bodotown, you go branch to Banga, you go to Banga, or you use a straight road, go Zointa, and go to Duo, Nima County, to Ganta, and to Constant Farm. Okay. So that's one of the major roads in Liberia. I don't know why it was not captured in this year's budget, because the minister told me that it was not captured. And that should be a major road that concerns the government. That road is bringing taxes to the Liberian government. LA been over there for 65 years. LA is contributing to the growth and development of Liberia. They're growing other roads. And that road is essential to the government. Why would these companies be paying their taxes to the government? And the government look at them to be growing roads and spending more money. The money they are spending should go into our community's development. Okay. You understand? Okay. So I am saying that particular road, the government should see reason to capture it. I'm going to write a public works minister tomorrow. It should be captured because it connects 3 counties. 3. From Bassa, Bon, goes to Nima County. And from Nima, whether you want to go to Zredru, or you want to go to Fishtown, you want to go to Maryland, it's up to you. Or you want to go to the Ivory Coast border, you want to go to Guinea. It's a major road.
We don't have much time now, Honorable, but I can't allow you come here without asking you this. And this is something very critical, right? You are co-chair on agriculture, and matter of fact, you said on this program that you also run a rubber plantation. That brought my interest to this that I'm about to ask you. In December 2023, former President George Weah, issued this executive order 124. Banning the exportation of unprocessed rubber. This issue has brought rigmarole between stakeholders in the rubber sector. Others are saying it's not good for the country. Others are saying it's the best thing that is happening for the country. I know the lawmakers are trying to intervene because they've set up a committee to investigate this. How are you seeing this executive order?
I've been in the rubber sector for 35 years.
Okay.
I got a lot of latches from my colleagues because most of my colleagues wanted this ban to be lifted. I said no. Because I've been in the industry for 35 years. The reason I said no, and the reason why Ellen Johnson saw that and placed a ban on it, the reason why we saw it and placed a ban, there's reason. It's not that the government don't want to lift the ban for farmers to benefit. But I'm telling you the reason I said no.
Okay.
That the ban shouldn't be lifted. Myself has a farm that produces up to almost 18 to 20 tons of rubber on a monthly basis. But these processors, they have a lot of Liberians employed, processing the rubber. A lot of Liberians. If you lift the ban and the raw rubber starts to leave the country, most of our brothers and sisters that are working with the processing company, you know what they're going to do? They're going to downsize them. During the Ebola time, Firestone downsized over 800 persons or even 1,800 persons. That was the only company that was employing. You understand? So if we start to ship the raw rubber, most of the raw rubber will leave Liberia. And even it will not generate no income for this country.
But people argue that you're not processing. Then why keep the unprocessed rubber here?
No, they are processing. LAC is processing. Firestone is processing.
Okay.
Atlantic Jetty is processing. And there are Liberians working with those processing companies.
Okay.
So if you just start to ship the raw rubber of this country, come on. The processors will not have the raw material to keep the Liberians that are working there on jobs. My concern is Liberians must have the opportunity to work so money can come in their pocket that they can take care of their family. Okay. Let me see what is lacking we need to look at. Instead of asking for us to have raw rubber shipped out of this country, what we should be doing, let me organize the Liberian Rubber Board that decide the price. It's not Firestone to be deciding the price of rubber. We should organize a Liberian Rubber Board comprises of our DFI, our PAL, and some eminent farmers, and organize the board, compare the price that is here and compare the international price and come up with a price. Okay. Some of these companies like LAC and Firestone can also be part of the rubber board. Okay. So instead of thinking about sending raw rubber that will not even bring much income to Liberia, and it will even make most of those companies to downsize most of our citizens, let us have a board established that will decide the price of rubber on a monthly basis.
Thank you, sir. Just take a minute to have your parting comment, sir.
I just want to tell our people we need to pressurize the government of Liberia and convert our economy from that of extracting economy to that of agro-economy like what Ghana has graduated from what we are today. Ghana used to come in Liberia, Kwame Nkrumah and other Ghanaian leaders used to come here and learn all the technology we have in Liberia. Now the country has developed because they have an agro-economy. Ivory Coast too is doing the same thing. We need to graduate from this extracting resources to that of the agro-economy and make our farmers and middle class and Liberians will start to develop, and the financial capability of Liberians will start to increase. Thank you.
Thank you very much. He's the representative of District Number 4, Grand Bassa County. Is Representative Alfred Flomo. Is also co-chair on the House Committee on Agriculture. Thank you so much for coming, sir, and wish you well in your endeavor.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's how we end this edition of the program. Tomorrow at 4 o'clock, we will be here again with another edition of the program. On behalf of the entire team, my name is Jab Davis, wishing you all the best from Painesville. Good evening and bye-bye for now.